Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel BethChatsBooks. Now I'm super excited today to do the End of the World book tag. Now I was tagged in this book tag by iLivey4Books, who was the original tagger, but I also saw this video on Quotagonist's channel, who I'll link down below, who I've recently subscribed to, and her content is really good, so you should go check both those channels out. Now I'm here with my coffee in my favourite mug, my pug mug, because I have a low-key obsession with pugs. As you can see, I've unfortunately got all my lipstick around the rim of this, but never mind, I'm enjoying it. So I'm here with my coffee, and let's just get straight into the End of the World of book tag, shall we? So, question number 1, an earthquake. So, earthquakes separate the ground into multiple pieces. So what was your favourite book with multiple perspectives? Now this one's an easy one. I'm just going to put this coffee down so I can hold the book. And that is Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. Now, this is from Frank Wheeler's perspective, who's the one of the main protagonists in this, and I don't think it ever goes into April Wheeler's perspective, who's his wife. It goes through other characters, and the relationship between the two of them is discussed at length through this book. Marriage breakdowns, the themes of pregnancy and how both of them deal with that, suburban life and how they wish for something more. It's a great classic. I did mention this in one of my wrap-ups. I think it was my May wrap-up, which I'll link down below, and I'll also link some more information from the book depository about this, so you can go and check this out. It's phenomenal. I gave it 5 stars. I urge you to read it if you're interested in marital relationships, family dynamics, a kind of psychological exploration of characters, a kind of psyche related book, then this is totally for you. And then the second one is an asteroid. You can see an asteroid before it hits. What book plot did you see coming? Now, I don't have the book to hand, but the book I choose for this question is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Now, I know a lot of people loved this book. I didn't. I thought it was really predictable. I know lots of people cried and it was all emotional, and I know that the content was quite upsetting, but I thought it was very artificially constructed. It was really obvious where it was going to go. Jojo Moyes didn't leave it in a place where you could develop it any other way than to that ending, so unfortunately I just thought it was a bit predictable and it was a little bit naff, if I'm being honest, so definitely saw that one coming. Then number 3, an epidemic, a disease that everybody seems to be contracting. What book does everybody seem to be getting that you don't want to get? Now for this answer, this is going to be slightly controversial because I know it's really popular on BookTube, but my answer is the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth. I'm not really big into YA dystopian action themed books, and people raved about it, and I've seen that they've started to make movies of it, but I'm really just not that interested in where it's really going. I'm not into the big action. I enjoyed The Hunger Games, but that's pretty much it. I'm not big into trilogies. I'm not big into like action style things, and I just knew off the bat as soon as people started raving about it that it wasn't going to be my cup of tea or coffee. Then number 4, a tsunami. Tsunamis flood everything. What book flooded your thoughts or you couldn't stop thinking about? So the one I picked for this, I also don't have to hand, is Born Survivors by Wendy Holden. Now this is a fiction, but it's based on 3 women who gave birth while they were in concentration camps, Jewish women, during the Holocaust. It was based on accounts that were true, and a kind of adaptation of that. Now it was harrowing, it was really upsetting. I read it last summer, and ever since I finished reading it I couldn't get it out of my head to imagine being pregnant in that kind of condition where you're half starved to death and still going for the sake of your baby, and then trying to hide the fact that you're pregnant from the SS soldiers. It was unnerving, but it was so well put together that it was lingering on your brain all the time. It was a very sad read, but such a gripping read that afterwards I was just trying to fathom how people have ever got through situations like that with those kind of circumstances. So it's a phenomenal read. I highly recommend. It's not been very raved about on BookTube, but I'll rave for it. Phenomenal. If you're interested in Holocaust books, anything to do with the world wars, then it's certainly for you. Number 5, a nuclear war. Your favourite human fight in a book. Now this one, slightly cheating, but I'm going to pick Harry Potter, sorry, wrong way around, and The Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. Now, I'm just going to put this down because I'm like this with it. But I know the witches, they're technically not humans, but there's some epic fight scenes in here. I love when Mrs. Weasley goes after Bellatrix Lestrange, and I know in the movie that she swears and says, "Get off my daughter, you bitch." But I'm not sure if she said that in the book. It's been a really long time, and at the moment I've had a real craving to reread these, and I think these are epic, epic fight scenes that anybody who loves Harry Potter, anybody who knows Harry Potter, knows these scenes. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to explain myself for this. So yeah, that's my favourite fight scenes, human/witch fight scenes. Number 6, Alien Invasion, your best sci-fi novel. Now the one I picked, again, don't have it to hand, but this is Never Let Me Go by Kazu Ishiguro. It's become a kind of modern classic. I believe it will develop into a modern classic sci-fi book. It's about some children who go to Hailsham, which seems to be this prestigious school, but we don't realise till later that these are clones for the outside world. It's haunting. It's very innocently written. It's written by Kathy, who's one of the children, and so most of the time you're unaware till halfway through the book what's really going on. It kind of creeps up on you and you get those kind of tingles down your spine, realising that they are almost being pigs to the slaughter, and as they grow more awareness as it gets further on, it just becomes heartbreaking. I'm not usually into big sci-fis, I'm not into aliens and spaceships and all that kind of crap, but none of that is in this, and it's still part of a sci-fi. So if you're someone who's not majorly into sci-fis but you kind of want to tread lightly into it, then I would recommend this book because it isn't the traditional sci-fi, it's a different kind of sci-fi, and it's a phenomenal book. Again, all these books, by the way, I'll just link down below, so if you're interested in any of them you can just go check them out. Number 7, Artificial Intelligence. Technology is taking over the world. What is your favourite book you have read on any sort of e-reader? This is a little bit of a cheat, but I read Shirley Jackson's The Lottery, which is technically a short story, it's not an actual novel, on an e-reader, but I was obsessed with this story. Now, no one had raved about Shirley Jackson to me, so I had just found that I could download it for free, one of these little tasters, and I downloaded it and I was so hooked on it. It's such a captivating read because for 3/4 of the read, it's only very short anyway, but for 3/4 of it you're kind of lulled into this false sense of security, saying like, what is happening? You know, all these villagers are just meeting at this point for this lottery, they're going to get a ticket, what's happening? And then I won't ruin it for you, but the ending is very brutal and very unexpected, and it made me suddenly realise that this was someone that I should really start reading, that her works are very much going to interest me. And then I started to do a bit of research, and she's very famous and some of her works are very famous, so it's helped me get onto that hype. But I read it on an e-reader and it was one that I absolutely adored. And number 8, I think this is the final one, End of the World movie/TV adaptation. What book adaptation are you looking forward to the most? Now this is a bit of a cheat because I've never actually read this book, but I'm going to pick My Cousin Rachel because I really want to read more, well, any Daphne du Maurier this year because I haven't actually read any. I know it's been made into a film and the film looks really raunchy, and Lauren over at Lauren in the Books raves about Daphne du Maurier, and I kind of want to get on the hype, so I want to read that so I can see this new film come out because it looks really lush, the guy looks really fit in it, and I kind of just want to get on this bandwagon, so I kind of need to read it. So that was the End of the World book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. My coffee's gone cold now. Can you see it? But I thoroughly enjoyed doing this tag, and I'm going to tag Eclectic Reads down below, Georgia Reads, and Hannah Hodgson. So I'll link all of their channels down below. But I tag you guys, so get on it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be bringing some more out very shortly. Thank you guys for watching.